Alright, now we're back now that we've created UV map for our car. Now we want to save that out as an image file that we can use in a program image editing software. So I'm going to take the shell, and it's important that this all fit into my 0 to 1 space here. And at the moment it doesn't, so I'm going to have to, but now that I have everything done, I can scale it down, I can rotate it. As long as it fits in this square, we're fine. And you want it as large as possible without going out of the square. So that works, and I'm going to go ahead and, you can't really see this, but at the very bottom there's something that says UV snapshot. I'm going to call this, instead of out UV, car UV. 512 by 512 is fine. When I hit OK, it's probably going to give me an error message. I have to be in object mode and select this object, then hit OK. And then it saves it to my images file. So I go in to my Finder, my projects, and you see car UV. So I'm going to take that into Photoshop, and what I do is I can begin painting using these as guides for my vehicle. I usually like to invert it, which is Apple I, and create a new image above it and put it on multiply, so I can still see my lines below it, and kind of lock this layer here. Alright, so I'm not going to get carried away with the design here, but let's say I want my car yellow and I wanted a stripe down the center, and maybe I should kind of follow these angles some. And this is and this is not a Photoshop class, but I want to kind of show you what we're trying to get at here. So it's a big white stripe down the center. I'll make a new layer, and I'll make this transparent so I can kind of see. Make another layer. I'll make my windshield. Now, if I want my windshield transparent, what we might do is just take those faces in our model and extract them and put a different material on those. So I'm not worried about the yellow on the windshields, but let's do, say we want another stripe down the side here. And maybe one down the side here. And we'll put some flames on the side. To coming off. And anything else we need. I'm not sure what that is, but you get the idea. So this is where you can really decorate your vehicle. I'll put my initials on here, and then go and here's something I'll try. take my burn tool. I'm just kind of making some random designs here. Alright, you get that. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off, and this is my image that should line up with my car. So turn that off and save it. It's something I can use. It goes in my source images folder. I'm going to call it car texture. And go back in here in Maya, and now we open up our our Hypershade. And I'm going to take my checker, and instead of a checker, I'm going to change out that checker. Actually, let's middle mouse drag this here, map it. I'm going to delete the checker, and then I can go down here to File, middle mouse drag File, and here middle mouse drag File onto default, and then add my car. And there you go. There's my car. Yeah, so basically you don't want to just really go after your UV mapping until you're completely done with your model that you're not going to modify. And of course you'd make a much better texture than this, but the idea is that those faces in 2D space have to match the faces in 3D space, and that process of doing that is UV mapping. And once you have that done, then you can make an image and apply it as a texture. Take it into Photoshop, bring it in that UV map and match it up, and you can paint the side of your car. And so that's the process in a very kind of crude elementary way. I showed you how you would UV map something. I hope that helps. In our assignment for this week, you'll apply some of these things I talked about, and I hope this was useful for you.